Hello everybody and welcome back to some more RimWorld. Alrighty, so as we can see with Cypher's Construct Droid, we are preparing a new little area where we're going to be gestating all of our new mechanoids who are going to join us in the near future. I am also setting up a couple of new things, such as some more mech rechargers. After all, we are going to have a lot. I expanded our cotton farm just a little bit, mainly because it's growing so slow. And it turns out that there was a crap ton of steel, caught myself, inside of this wall. So much so, it's almost out of range of this column that I put down. So, needless to say, as far as steel goes, we are still completely in the clear. And that's without us even smelting down all of our slag and stuff. So pretty good. Over next to our medical area, I am slightly expanding our little arts and craft room, because what I want to do is I want to put down... I want to put down a high-tech research bench on both sides of these walls. That way, we can have potentially 2 people doing giga research at all times. Now, at the moment, the only person who's able to do research is Sissy, so I don't think I'll build the second one yet, but it is something that I do want to think about. We can also make the drug lab, which will be useful, especially for Cypher and his needs. And then I'm also putting a vent here. That way we can, make a little bit more use out of this heater, because it's going to be spreading heat between the 2 rooms. And that should be good enough, since the only reason we're going to be over here is research and medical stuff anyway. So I don't think we need to devote too much over to it. Our potatoes are getting ready to be done. Once our potatoes have grown, I do think I'm going to get rid of these zones, because we just no longer need them, and they're kind of taking up space. And as for our green rooms, since the game was nice enough to give me this huge opening, I guess what we can do is over here we can grow ourselves some droogs. Probably stuff for the, what was it? It was the Go Juice. We'll probably grow all that over in this open section, just because we can. It is going to bother me a little bit how it's laid out, but you know what? Oh well. Also, I'm very quickly learning by the fact that they're stepping over all of, all of the things, that I did not have to set them up as cleanly and neatly as I thought I did, because they'll just step over them. So, that would have been good to know. Big goal of this episode, I want to get a little bit of anomaly research in. I want to expand our living quarters just a little bit and actually start putting down some carpets and stuff so that people are a little happier. And then I want to finish our outer walls that are going to be keeping us a little bit safe. As you can see, we already built up these 2. I am currently leaving 1 spot in all of the walls, just so there is a bit of a funnel going on. And so they don't immediately try to just, like, bust down the walls as much as possible. I do also want to grow our Harbinger trees, because I was told this is basically the easiest way to get rid of corpses, while also getting a bunch of bioferrite and stuff. So, feeding them is a good idea, despite how it looks. I also think I'm going to haul all of this. I do want to clean up the map a little bit of all, like, the stray rocks and everything, but that'll come when it comes. We do still have more steel over here. There's a body we can go pick up. A little bit of an issue. Very slowly, we are kind of spreading a bunch of pollution. Not on purpose, but it is happening. So we are going to need to deal with that at some point, but meh, it's not a big deal right now. I do also want to get this plasteel whenever we can. I was told that apparently we can mine it now, but I feel like we should wait, because I want people's skill to be high enough to where I know I'm not wasting any of it. Something else I'm going to do based on suggestion. I think at some point I am going to make a second kitchen with a second little storage area because, look, I hear you. Our storage area for raw food is a little bit small. 2 shelves is not a lot. But it'll do for now, because ideally we should be cooking up all the food that we get. But with how fast we're producing all this mass rice, it would be on the safer side to have a bit more storage. Plus, a new character who will eventually be joining us wants to be a pure chef. So, it's probably a good idea to have 2 cooking rooms. That way, even if one is occupied, the other one can still be worked on. Mech Gestator is currently on the way, and as soon as it's ready to go, we are going to be making some more mechanoids, because I also found out under Alpha Mechs, there is a whole thing here that we could just get. We can't get the stuff along the bottom because we need Ultra Mech Techs, which is pretty far down the line. But we can get the light Alpha Mechs. We could basically get a Baneling, and then we can get 2 types of military drones, along with a melee drone. I don't know if we're really going to use that one. I feel like we do want to go primarily ranged, since Cypher, for example, is a good shot, which makes me think that he wants to be somewhat far away. Yeah. So I think that's what we're going to do. Cypher and his minor army should be just a beautiful asset, especially with Bethany and Master Melee running into melee fights. I think that a bit of fire support is never a bad thing. We do also have all these elk that we could potentially hunt if need be. So as far as options, we have options. It's just going to take us a while to actually get all of our stuff done because I have so much queued up. But, you know, hey, when it's done, it's done. And once we're at a good spot for research, I do think Sissy is going to start researching the obelisk. That way we can get some more spooky, scary stuff ready to go. But I was again advised that we shouldn't go too terribly far with it. At least, not yet. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build pillar here, sun lamp here, and then I'm going to expand about to there. Then what I want to do is I want to mine out this area just a teeny tiny bit more, and this is where we're gonna make the magic happen. So what the heck do we need anyway? It is it psychoid? Recreational use. Hang on, maybe it'll tell me. Go juice. We need Yayo and Neutroamine. Oh, there's Yayo. What the heck is Neutroamine? I guess we'll figure it out. Well, still, it is, it's in production. At some point, we will be able to do it. No. Gore Hulk? A group of monstrous human-like abominations are attacking. Their bodies are ravaged by thick keratin spines, which they can launch at a distance. However, their fleshy forms can do little damage at close range. What in the world is that actual abomination? Well... okay, Cypher, Melee, steel yourselves. Let's have you put up about right there. Alright, gentlemen. Doing research. Bliss lobotomy. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's something that we can do now. I cannot wait to feed your flesh to our trees. Alright, melee, let's have you move up. You're gonna ambush him. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Alright. Spray acid. Hawk. Okay, move to the side so you're out of his range. Oh, hello. Gross. It is capturable, but we don't have anywhere to put it right now, so I think it's better to kill the beasts. We will capture stuff later, don't worry. But, for right now, we can't. So, probably better just to be rid of them. Alright, thank you both. Appreciate it. So much for being easier. Not only do we have an eclipse currently going, which means that our solar panels are doing nothing, but we also have a solar flare. So our geothermal generators are doing nothing. And because we're so energy reliant, unfortunately, that leaves us in a bad situation. Cypher's sister. Wait, what? Well, you've convinced me. Sally, go rescue her. Don't worry, Demi is absolutely about to turn back into Bethany, but that's fine. Come along, you're coming with us. Your shuttle crash is nothing short of a tragedy. Soon to be something that we fix up just for you. Ideally, quickly. Wrath is on a food binge. Why? Oh, because of Gourmand. I see. Well, we do have quite the stockpile. Look at that. By the way, look at this. We actually have a stockpile of food. Isn't that exciting? Alright. Let's keep Demi alive now. Don't worry, Wrath has decided that food tastes good. What's wrong with you, anyway? You're bruised up. You have a little bit of blood loss. You are in extreme pain. Apparently you were shot. And you're also frail. I see. Well, don't worry. We'll get you fixed up in no time. Ideally, this solar flare will be done soon as well. Okay, Demi can walk. Okay, apparently no more medical attention is needed, so for the moment we're just gonna do our own thing. And hope... Ah! Solar flare is ending! There we go! Look at that, we're generating power once again. Kind of. So, I think we need another way to generate power. But I don't know what exactly to do with that. Like, okay, we could have some, turbines over here that connect right here. Actually, let me show you. That'll probably be a little easier. So we could do like a wind turbine here, wind turbine here, and then we just connect it right down to this wall. That would be pretty good, but I just don't know how good wind turbines really are. It would be useful when there's some kind of solar flare, because then our solar panels wouldn't be working. Maybe we'll just build the one. You know what? We'll build one, and we'll put it right here. Okay, cancel that one. Then, where are my... Really? I don't have any power conduits going that far. Okay, well, gonna be a little expensive, but we can do that. Then I think we can do that. And like that. And then once this is smoothed out, we'll be good to go. I think. Worst case, what we could do, it won't look pretty. Actually, we could make it look pretty, though. We could do this. And then we do... This is so stupid. What a waste this is, but... Aesthetics are everything. Look at that. We could do that. It looks dumb, but it would work, right? Yeah. By the way, something I've learned, when fires do start, usually from the ZT event, it causes a lot of temperature issues, which in our greenhouse, kind of a big deal. So what I'm thinking, what we could do, is if we have a really big room, we theoretically could make it to where, oh, the heat dissipation, you know, and then we could put a vent right here. That way it has just a little bit of extra room to potentially let all of that superheated air out. Only issue with that is that I think all of our crops wouldn't have ideal temperature, which isn't great. So maybe we'll do that. Honestly, I don't know right now, but it is something to consider, especially because the ZT event has been happening a lot. It happened recently, which is why all of our batteries are empty. Actually, maybe that's why it's happening, because our batteries are full. There's too much power. Actually, I think I just solved the case. If we're generating too much power, and we're not able to store or use enough of it, is that why the ZT event happens? That actually makes a lot of sense if that's the case. I see Wrath is still on a food binge. Not great, but, you know, we still have quite the stockpile, so also not the worst thing in the world. But as for expansion, I did end up expanding our storage area because we already used up the previous expansion, so I figured that would be a good idea. And then over here, I made a prisoner and containment area. This is going to be for anomalies, and this is going to be to make sure that they don't get out. And then this is just a prisoner room. It's nothing good, but it'll do. And then what I'm thinking is over here, we could put like a dresser, you know, that way they feel a little bit more homey. Maybe put like a statue in here or something. And then just so nobody gets sick, I think I will put steel tile like that. And then maybe we'll even give them some carpet. You know, just really make them feel like they're at home. You know what I mean? Or I could do some paved. You know what? That's actually probably a good idea. Let's do paved here, and then we have carpet underneath their bed. Look at that. I am such a kind and generous prison holder. Well, hey, we got to make use out of this area in one way or another. I doubt we're going to have more than one prisoner at a time, so I'm not too terribly worried about that. Eclipse is still going. 14 Moyo blood bags have rotted away. That's a shame. When Demi is healed up, I wonder if she's going to join us. If she does, then we can have some of our characters coming back. We do need to do some mass recruitment, though, which is something I'm a little bit concerned about. We'll get there at some point. I also think that this wind turbine is just going to be a good idea. That way we have a tiny, tiny bit more power generation, because at the moment, we're using more than we're storing. Although that helps. Eclipse is over. And I'm also... yeah. Let's get some noble and royal apparel done. And then once this is over, I think we're going to start over on the big stuff, like medicine production. Long-range mineral scanner sounds nice, but I don't really know what it does. Shield sounds good. Hospital bed sounds good. Mech tech sounds even better. We need to find a signal chip tier 1, though, which I don't know where we're going to find that, but we will find it at some point, surely. Okay, maybe we have a little bit too much. Let's deconstruct that one. Yeah, and that'll be fine. There we go. Look at that. We're being somewhat efficient. I like it. All things considered, the move has actually gone extremely well. Once we finish all of our smoothing tasks, I think we are going to continue with expansion, but I want all of our current tasks to be done before we do that. Once all our current tasks are done as well, not only are we going to work on expansion, like I just said, but I also want to start researching more of the anomaly. So we'll just see how that goes. Also, I think we can make... No, we can't make turrets yet. What research do I need for that? Gun turrets. Okay, well, we'll do that after Noble Apparel. And then I think I'm gonna set up, like, some choke points and stuff. Yeah. I think that'd be a good idea. Eventually, I'd like to completely close off this whole area as well. But it's not a huge deal for now. Ooh, that body? Put it next to the trees. A child is calling from nearby. She says she poisoned an underground insect colony, but now she's soaked in insect pheromones and the bugs are hunting her. She begs for safety and offers to join you. If you accept, an infestation of 2 hives will begin in 4 days. So, I asked the Discord because I have a feeling that this could be like a giant alien spiders are no joke. And I got the response of, up to you. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm saving on the just in case save. And welcome aboard. Cassie joins. Okie dokie. So in 4 days, we're going to have an infestation. Little spooked by that. However, we do have some incredible fighters in our midst. We have 4 medical beds, and since I don't know what droogs to grow at the moment, we have a bunch of heal roots growing. So we've got medicine, we've got fighters, we've got time. All we need to do now is make it work. That being said, even if Demi doesn't end up joining us, we do have Cassie. Speaking of, what do you have? I'm curious. You are from the Chemian family. You're iron-willed. Whoa. And you're also apparently a Minotaur. I don't know how much I believe that one, but... I like how everyone we've been meeting is a Minotaur now. It's... Minotaurs and Moyos. That's just like the only 2 things we've been seeing. Ah, well. That's why... technically, cheating is a thing. Ay, ay, ay. Maybe it's like a mod config that I never changed. I don't know. Oh. Void Curiosity. Cassie has begun to fixate on the void. Use a void provocation to capture entities. They can be studied or connected to a bioferrite harvester to generate... Oh! Wait. Bioferrite harvester. Hang on a minute. Is that something that we have, or is this from the study? Let me see. Bioferrite harvester. I don't see harvester. So it must be whatever this thing is. This must be that harvester. Okay. Well, technically a spoiler, I suppose. But it does let me know that we have stuff that we could still use. We can also capture 1 entity to stutter. Speaking of stutter, to study. Okay, Demi is fully healed. Are you headed away? Or are you just leaving? I imagine you're probably on your way out. Catch valuables, that's fine. It was way too far away anyway. Well, as far as food goes, we're doing real well. Do we get some kind of warning about where this infestation is gonna pop up? Or is it just kind of like, it happens when it happens sort of deal? By the way, I think I also want to put a dumping zone. Yeah, let's do right here because we have some shade. And we are going to Mecca. Mechanoid corpses. Alright. Whenever we have a mechanoid corpse, they are going to be put over here. Mainly because it is a rooftop area. So that way they don't decay. At the very least, they shouldn't. I also synced up Wrath to our gargantuan tree. Apparently, we cannot make Gal Makers. So I went with Woodmaker because you know the drill by now. Wood, not a thing that we have. Okay, Cassie, you're hauling some stuff. I like that. Okay, so it seems like Demi is just gonna leave. Well, Wrath again? Aye. Alright, that's fine. Now, a good thing from saving Wrath is that apparently Demi, sorry. The good thing about saving Demi is that apparently Cypher knows her, so probably better that we don't let her die. Probably even better that Sally's the one who, saved her, because, after all, Cypher is our big companion of guardianship. Which we like. Well. Now, the wording, right? Infestation. I realize it's a little late now that we've actually taken the quest. But infestation sounds kind of bad. I should have thought about that. Okay, I do debatably want to make some giant sword. Wait a minute. It is far too unwieldy for a normal person to use. Oh, Cypher, what if I just gave you a giant sword? We gotta research that. I gotta see it. Because not only can Cypher literally throw boulders, but he can use giant weapons. We just randomly got cows? They seem accustomed to human contact and are joining the company. The company. Ugh! The colony! Dude, I've been playing way too much freaking sim games. Okay, so wait a minute. Can we set up a pen area? Let's see. How would I set that up? Hang on. Do we have anyone who's even capable of taming them? Or training them, rather? They're already apparently very tame. If we could have some cows, that is actually a good production of milk, right? Although we don't have hay. How do we build hay? Maybe we can build it right here. Wait. Hay grass, yes! Oh yeah. It's all coming together. We have too much food, so we're gonna make this a hay grass area. We're gonna build a little pen over here for our cows. Oh, now this, what'd I tell you? We're making do. The Viper family. Look at them. Vipers. They think themselves are superiors just because they have actually extremely powerful looking weapons. Huh. Well, you know the deal, boys. Prepare yourselves. Alright. Cypher, Master Melee, and Bethany. You're up. Here's what we're gonna do. Everyone. Wait a minute. Actually, let's do Melee here, Bethany here, Cypher here. Okay, everyone get to where you're going. It will be a moment before they attack, but we want to be ready. Okay, well, they certainly got close. We also do finally have 1 out of 2 of our militars, which means that we have a little bit of help. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have Cypher stand about here, Militar stand about here. We do need a name for her, but at the moment we don't have that. Bethany, I actually think you're gonna come up here and help Master Melee, just in case there's any flanking. Now, it did say that they were gonna prepare for a little while, so unfortunately we are waiting for the moment. Actually, you don't... technically, we could walk up, but I think it's a bad idea. What we could do, right? Our little drone... Just, take a few shots at him. Ah! Ah! Alright, ready yourselves. So this is a mini shotgun, so if we have Militaire stand right here... Okay, they're beginning their assault. Master Melee, I think you're gonna move up. Bethany, I also want you to move up. You might get shot at just a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, let's spew some acid. Now let's try and step out of the way. Ooh, they also have spit. Okay, Bethany needs help, so let's go ahead and rescue her. Pronto, Militaire, let's have you move over just a little bit so that no friendly fire happens. Master Melee, you need to be attacking. Okay, not a perfect result, but could have been worse. Get him, Melee. Get him! Yes, yes! Destroy him, yes! Good lord. The amount of damage that they were pumping out was not okay. And we don't even get their weapons? Oh, Sea Dragon group. Perfect. Alright, Melee, thank you. Are we in range to save Cypher? What are we doing? Okay, Crimson is on the move. Come on, we can't lose our Star Guardian now, can we? Goodness. I'll tell you what, these freaking Vipers were no joke. I'm really sad that we can't get their weapons, because they had some, like, some serious juice. Okay, well, everyone is being tended to at the moment. Ouch. It seems like Bethany is being burned. Yeah, you are. Ah, I see you're going to get these medicine. Alright, well, good news. I think we'll all be okay. Cypher died. How'd you die so fast? You still had so much health. Oh, blood loss extreme. Okay, well... I think we're gonna reload, because... Good lord. To be fair, I feel like the odds were against us. Okay. Some improvements could be made. Apparently the Viper family is no joke. Second ever reload. Cultist hate chanters. They intend to perform a hate ritual to force psychic rage into your colonists and drive them mad. Oh. Why is there so many? Well, let's see. Where are they? Okay, they're doing it there. Well, in that case, Melee, go for this one. Bethany, go for this one. Crimson, go for this one. And then Cypher, we're gonna have you just come on over. I don't understand why these raids are so difficult. I feel like we're not far enough to warrant... Oh, my... Oh, they don't respond when attacked. A Steel Gladius. Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll be taking that. God dang, nice shot, Cypher. What is your range? Okay. So, until Cypher gets something a little bit shorter range, such as a massive sword, apparently we should have him a bit more close range. Crimson, you go ahead and go for this one. Cultists are attacking. They have ended their hate chant and begun... Oh, I see. Okay, well, the good thing is we are fine. Ah, run! Okay, melee, I want you to come attack. Let's finish you. Oh, dropped a dark arco technology shard. Huh. That went so much better. Like, I don't know what was wrong with those Vipers, but good lord, that was, like, terribly unbalanced. Okay, Crimson is a little bit injured, but she'll go back to bed. Bethany, if you could finish this one off. I know. Dirty work executing people. But it had to be done. I also want these weapons that they have. Yeah. I would like to take these weapons immediately, please. So, thank you. Huh. The Dark Shard. Well, if nothing else, that one went significantly better. Now, I don't want to make it a habit to just reload every time someone dies. However, I'm going to fall back on the excuse that I'm still learning the game, so... meh. Oh. Chasing Cassie, who's now Bethany. Giant insects are tunneling towards you. They will break through in a few seconds and plant hives. They'll spawn more insects and more hives. If you don't want the insects to infest the whole area, destroy the hives, but beware. I see. And it's right here, huh? Well... Wrath, are you good at fighting? No. Alright. Boop, boop, boop. You three! Let's get a move on. Crimson! You're still pretty beat up. You know what? Depending on how bad this is, might not matter. Actually, Crimson, you don't even have a weapon. Just go ahead and get in bed. Alright. Cypher, let's have you go right here. Let's have your drone just follow along. Master Melee, let's have you hunt right here. Bethany, let's have you hunt right here. Let's go! The beasts! Okay, you two still have a fair ways to go. Cypher, let's have you start backing up. There are the hives. Okay, let's have our Militar start backing up as well. No, our drone! Bethany, attack! You know what? Let's step to the side a little bit. Okay. Draw him out. Cypher, out of curiosity, what were you shooting at? I see, just incredible bullet spread. I understand. Okay, let's keep fighting. Oh, they're even trying to break our stuff, too. Okay, our little construct droid is coming over to try and help Cypher out. We'll deal with you in a minute. Okay, both of you, I want you to attack this spider. Okay, now I want both of you to come over here. Cypher, I want you to repair your drone. Okay, so this is just kind of smashing everything, not really with any rhyme or reason. Okay, you're dealt with. I want both of you to come after this hive. Oh no, our little constructoid. Sally, if you can come repair yeah, repair. Okay, we're attacking the hive. Good stuff. Now I want both of you to attack this one. What's going on? Why do you all feel sick? Okay, well, I mean, that pretty much seems like we got him. And then I also want you to try to arrest Sally. Yeah, finish off the spider. I would eventually like to tame these spiders, but right now you are far too big of a threat. Let's keep repairing you. Seems like that's it, right? Case closed? Everything's good? Think so. Have a bunch of medicine that just finished growing, which is nice. I think we did it? Question mark? Let's see. Zooming all the way out, I don't see any more enemies. I think we took care of them. Okay. Scarier than it looked. However, we were all beat up. Here, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and put your drone on a recharger. Yeah. All things considered, we fought off the giant alien spiders. They were no joke. Boy, this zone is kind of getting a little out of control, huh? Well, we need to clean that up. However, because we are starting to run a little bit low on components, what I'm going to try and do, we're going to see how this goes, is I'm going to attempt to find a bunch of potential compacted machinery just by strip mining. We do also have... Where is it? It is the... Oh, here it is. The deep drill. But we don't have the scanner to go with it right now. So eventually, I imagine the deep drill is just going to be a way to get, like, a bunch of non-renewable resources without actually having to spend a whole heck of a lot. Which sounds ideal. You know, I would much prefer that. But for the moment, we don't have it. I am also getting a bunch of stuff built. For example, a nice suit of armor for Mr. Cypher. After all, since he has the mechanoids, we want to keep everyone safe while also putting him front and center because he's going to be the one who's able to handle it. Obviously, we need armor to do that, though. So assuming that no cave-ins happen with us doing all this mining, we might find some goodies. And as soon as our research is done, we are going to start on anomaly stuff, but medicine production sounded quite good. Also, one of our cows that wandered in is pregnant, so that's great. Let me see. There is also a couple things that we can break down that might be useful, but for now, I think we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. And since we currently have a massive surplus of food, like genuinely massive, for the moment I made this room be all about cotton plants so that we can get some cotton while we actually still have time. We are also using enough power to the point where our batteries are not full, but they are still gaining a little bit of power. So, very excited about that. That means that we shouldn't have the zzz event happen for now. And overall, should be a good thing. I think what we should do for the toxic waste packs is potentially... Actually, you know what? I have a perfect idea. Here's what we're going to do. What do we have more blocks of? We have... ton of slate. Alrighty, slate it is. So let's come up here and let's do like that. Okay, and then we go boom boom. And then temperature. We do... boom. Then we're going to build directly up. Maybe from the door we'll do that. Let's do like this. And we're gonna try and go just far enough to where it reaches without actually having to fully connect it, just so we can conserve as much of our steel as physically possible. As you see, we are still having a bit of a problem with toxic waste packs, but that's fine. Okie dokie, let's get building, because we really need to prevent all these toxic waste packs from ruining the world. Now, luckily, we do have such a surplus of mechanoids right now, and all of our people are decently good at building, that we should be able to get this done really, really quickly. And then once it is done, we're going to start moving all the toxic waste packs over here, and we're just going to freeze them completely solid. That should be good enough. So, I don't know if this is in range or not. Cypher, let's have you build the cooler. And at some point, I do want all this armor being done as well as the... I don't think we need the control packs, but the Airwire headset we are going to need. We also have a bulk cellar. Ooh, Sally. Let's come get the sell on. Hello, visitors from a faraway land. I would be more than happy to trade with you. I want all these components. It's going to be expensive, but you know what we can do? Moyo blood bags, that gives us a little bit of money. The sapphire meth, we sell that. What else do we sell? Technically, we could sell our bull, but I almost think that that's a bad idea. Nobody's wearing these, so we get a little money off that. New... we might need that, so let's keep it. They're not willing to take a whole lot from us. Could sell cloth. We have 800 cloth. I think it's worth it. Honestly, hear me out. I think we should sell all of our cloth so that we can get a bunch of components and a bunch of steel. Let's see. I'm going to keep going. Give it a minute. Oh, look at all this steel. Oh, economy. Business is booming. Look at that. Pleasure doing business with you. Not only did we get 77 steel, but we just got 23 components. And we did not even spend any money. I mean, we spent quite a bit of our cotton, but still, none of our money. Cypher, why are you not building this? What are you doing? Come build this. Also, let's go ahead and put a zone dumping stockpile blue right there, and let's make it specifically for waste. Okay, and then let's come over here. Completely delete this zone and then haul urgently over to the new one. Oh yeah. Oh buddy, this is gonna work out real nice. Also, it seems like our strip mining is going somewhat well. Again, ideally no cave-ins are gonna happen, but it seems like it should be okay. Our bull is having a moment. Why? What's wrong with him? Oh, he's dying because he has nothing to eat. And unfortunately, our hay grass is just not growing, despite the fact that it's in completely fertile land. Well, that sucks. I don't think we're going to be able to save him. You know what? I have a really... I have a bit of a plan. I know that's, that's a really dark thing to do, but let's just sell him while we can. Also, I'm pretty sure we just sold our cow, not the bull. Well, that didn't go to plan, did it? Can we... Hang on. Let me see. Let's cut these. Hang on. Wrath. Come over here and cut this grass. Just a little bit. We only need a bit. Well, that sucks. I imagined that we would produce something. Hey, it looks like... Wait. I made 3? Yeah, that'll be fine. Cypher! When you're ready! Come get your 3rd militer! We still gotta make you a really nice weapon as well. At some point, at least. Okay, if we can nurse our bull back to health, honestly, I think we would just be better off selling him. Let's see. Sally, can you... Feeding potatoes to bull. Yeah! Okay, are you better? He's still not doing good. Can we sell him now? No. Well, that sucks. Alas, what are you gonna do? Either way, the plan is there. Oh. And we have more visitors. Good lord, what's with all the red moyos? You know, that's something funny. I feel like modded races have a much higher chance of showing up than anyone else because we've been seeing so many moyos. I mean, that, like, this group right here is also red moyos. And blue moyos, actually. Combination of the two. Huh. I like how the red moyos look. They're really pretty. I think the color scheme of the regular moyos are probably more of my favorite, but I like them both. Also, let's set this to be real ice cold. -40. They're never melting on our watch. Alright, well, thank you, Caravanneers. We appreciate you giving us a ton of stuff. Ooh. Okay, we're done researching that. Sissy, it's time to get researching. Let's see. Research, anomaly. Alright, let's do provocation. And then Sissy, you do that whenever you feel like it, I suppose. Cypher, I only have one question. Do you feel safe with 3 little ants defending you? Look, they're very loyal, right? Lefty, midi, and righty, they all know what's up. They know to defend the big defender of the group. Because as one, they can defend anything. So, I did a couple of adjustments. Only a few. Honestly, not too many yet. But I now have a dumping stockpile zone in our base so that we can deal with the toxic waste a little bit easier, rather than running it all the way to the corner of the map where it then explodes and pollutes the map. We are going to need to go clean that up at some point, but that point is not right now. I also made an itty-bitty smeltery room with a dead mechanoid zone directly next to it, just in case. And I'm also making 2 more solar panels because we're actually a little bit low on energy generation. Our generators aren't quite filling up. Honestly, we probably only need one solar generator for now, but eventually I would like an additional one because I do intend to have some more stuff that is going to be taking power, so I'd rather just get a bit of a kickstart on it. As far as food goes, dude, we're so freaking loaded, and because of all those components that we bought, we're also loaded on components for the moment. We can expand our storage room whenever we want. Sissy is over here getting some research done. I do want to put some extra research modules down at some point, because we are going to need it. Apparently we revealed an area over here, although I'm not seeing one. What did we reveal? Like one extra thing? Oh. Wrath and Melee were in a fight, presumably about the cooking. Or maybe it has to do with the lack of power. Yeah, that power draw is a little bit problematic. We are going through a lot, and our power is starting to flicker now because of it. Wait a minute. No, it is all connected. I was gonna say, maybe it's not all connected, but it is. Also, I want to build... Let's see. Doink. I'm trying to save as much steel as possible, and I just want this to connect. So far, it's not working, but it is an idea. Absolute worst case, we could get these two steam geysers and connect them as well, but I'm hoping one more solar panel should be enough, especially because we do have the wind turbine going as well. I'm just gonna have it auto-cut literally everything. There we go. We want nothing in the way of our windmill. We want complete and total aeration. I have also added a few new mods. Very small handful, but still, mods are mods. Oh, I went for your antenna, Wrath. Melee, that's a cheap move. You never go for the feelers. That's complete cheap shot. But, like I said, I did add a few new mods. I was gonna do an animation, like, working mod, but honestly, I just didn't really like how it looked, so I decided I didn't want it. However, I did add one that had to do with combat. So, for example, Melee, you're gonna show us. Let me see, I'm gonna have you just run, and then let's do that. So, it is a melee combat animation mod. I thought it looks pretty cool. There's like a little running animation, and then you will, like, twirl your knife, kind of have a little idle animation with it. I thought it was cute. I thought it fit a lot. So I decided that would be our newest mod addition for all of our melee characters. But what I'm working on right now, I want people to start melting down the slag so that we have a lot more iron to work with, which we are very slowly working towards. Honestly, everything is going well. No real complaints at the moment. We are also strip mining just to see if we can find any more natural components. So far, no luck. But we'll just see how that goes. I also don't want to breach into the polluted zone because it probably wouldn't be a very good idea. But, yeah, all things considered, it's going well. I do want to put in some actual good flooring, because we kind of have literal stone for floors, so that's not ideal. Also, apparently Mitty decided that she did not want to go get recharged, so we're going to have to put her on a recharger. So, I'm kind of noticing, right, our drones here, they don't seem to like going to get automatically charged. Even though I have it set for them to do that, they just don't want to. I don't know if that's because all of them are taken when they try or what, but we have ample rechargers, so I don't know what's really going on there. But we'll work it out. The quest that's going to expire is basically just to build a giant monument, which I am absolutely not going to build. It does not seem worth it, and I don't want to. Either way, though, we're doing okay. Bethany is a little upset at the moment because she slept in the cold. But that's honestly pretty much it. Speaking of cold, it is extremely cold on the map right now. All of our rooms are somewhat in the green, though. So I'm pretty happy about that. But we definitely need more power generation because we are quite simply not producing enough. Also, who's in charge of this? Cypher, if you're not busy, come smelt down these slates, will ya? Oh, and the other mod that I added is like a bit of a retexture for some things. I thought it was pretty cool. Maybe we'll keep it, maybe we won't. I don't know. It also adds this like huge list down here. Seems a lot bigger than it used to be. But still. All in all, I'm pretty happy with the amount of progress that we're making. We do need to capture an anomaly at some point. But for one, our security door is not built because we don't have any plasteel, which I can go mine whenever, but it's mainly here just so I know where I want to put it. And then our sandstone bed. Actually, why are we making a sandstone bed? That's stupid. We should be making literally any other kind of bed. You know what? Let's build copy right here. And then let's do... We can't set as priority right now, but yeah, let's build a regular bed. I want a prisoner area just so we can potentially get some new characters if need be, or if we need to tactically revive someone. That's what the plan is. So, one thing I do want to bring up is, for these episodes, I don't know how much progress is too much and how much progress is too little. So I'm kind of just showing everything for the moment, since I don't really have a grasp on that yet. Which, you know, a good and a bad thing, I suppose. I don't think it's bad to see everything that we're up to, but likewise, it would probably be a little bit nicer if we saw what actually gets made progress-wise. What I'm going to do, by the way, is because we have such an excess of food, I'm going to make the big room our cotton room. That way we have plenty of cotton generation. And I'm going to make the small room our rice room because it just seems like the play. And when we start getting low on food again, I'll just swap them both over. And we should be good to go.
Just when I thought it couldn't get much worse.
The snow has returned. Of course. So, question is, what are we gonna do about that? I do still want to get our garden tree to produce some wood for us, but honestly, I don't think it's really working. So I know you guys told me that it is just not worth the time at all. But hear me out. What if we started getting some fiber corn? I know it's pure crap, but it's better than the literally 0 generation that we currently have, right? Like, one is better than none. At least that's how I'm looking at it at the moment. By the way, when we can afford to get 2 prisoners, we've got 2 characters currently at the time of recording this right here. We've got 2 viewer characters waiting. Are these beavers? They are. Are you eating the wood? Okay, so that's not great. So you guys are just going around eating all the wood? All of our valuable wood that basically doesn't exist on this map? Did you eat my flesh tree? Alright, that's it. Cypher, Master Melee, beavers gotta go. They're not aggressive, so just get next to the wall. Okay. Melee's almost here. They gotta go. They gotta go. No one kills my flesh tree and gets away with it. Melee, go kill this one. Cypher, shoot it this one. Let's see. Lefty, you just go ahead and stand guard for the moment. Get him. Okay, that one's out of range. So what I'll do is I'll... Cypher, you go stand over there. Get him, Melee. Get him. Get him. Kill it. Get him. Kill him. See, look at those animations. Look at that. Dude, that's sick. I like it. I like it a lot. Melee. Kill. Actually, I want to see if you can pull off the execute. Cypher, you keep shooting at this one. Lefty, I want you to come down here so you can defend Cypher if need be. Okay, well, good news. Seems like the firing strategy is not going very well. Okay, Melee killed this one. Excellente. Let's go attack this one. Cypher, I want you... Actually, you know what? Go into the cave. Lefty, I want you to follow. Cut them off. Drive them from these lands. Or at the very least, until they stop killing all of our freaking trees. Lefty, shoot at this one. Cypher, shoot at this one. Okay, well, I see this is going great. Let's kill this one. Look, it's more revenge that they killed my flesh tree, alright? The regular trees, I could care less. We barely have any anyway. Okay, Melee just threw pocket sand into the eyes of a beaver and then killed it. Oh. Well, shame, really. Cypher, how you doing? Okay, you're still trying to kill that one. Lefty, you're doing okay. Let's have Lefty come over here. Let's have Cypher step outside. Hey, shields are done. Let's see, what do we want now? Hospital bed would be good. Flat screen TV could also be good. Here's a big one. How do we get standard mech tech? What do we need? Study of signal chip. Mechanoid band synchronization micro organ. It is necessary to produce. How do we get it? Is that something that we can research, or is that something that we make? Hang on. I'm going to come over to my machining table. We can make some AirWire headsets. Do those count? What else can we make? Hang on. Anything else? We can make a shield pack. Actually, shield pack would probably be really good for Cypher. Control pack. Well, I don't think we need that. All this Moyo stuff. I do want to make Moyo stuff. I'm just saying, we could use more Moyos. They're adorable, and I want more of them. Plus, you guys weren't too specific with what you did and didn't want race-wise. So all I'm saying is, if we get a few more Moyos... Whatever we get next is just what we'll roll with, though. I'm not going to be too terribly picky. Lefty, I want you to come over here. Get him, Cypher. Get him. Get him. Kill him. Lefty, go after this one. He's too far away. We can't reach him. Lefty's too slow. Okay, Lefty, if you can help. No, okay. Cypher didn't need it. Alright. You two, you're done. Go ahead and get all healed and repaired. You guys are good to go. I'm gonna just have you guys set to recharge. Go ahead and do your thing. And undraft. Melee, how you doing up here? Pretty good. You've killed another one. Okay. Let's have you come kill this one. And then we're done here. Also, we need 7 in handling to be able to tame them. I would have liked to have tamed a beaver. But, hey, you know. Do what you gotta do. But yeah, that's the plan. We need some prisoners. Because... You leave that tree alone! Wow. Melee heal just by out and about? Good lord! Melee, why are you such a freaking good fighter? I. Hawk to it. Sorry, had to be done. You're a threat. Food binge, Raph. Fine, we have a ton of food. Enjoy. But yeah, like I said, other than the cold beavers incident, I want more characters because I want to get all your guys' characters in here as quickly as possible. And we have so much goddamn food that we're good to go. So something else I do want to do in preparation is we got to get more rooms. So let's do like that. Door, this. Expand that just a little bit, and then we will put another thingy down. Perfect. See? Look at that. So I'm thinking this episode might be a little bit longer than the previous ones, just because we are getting so much set up and handled and everything. I'm sure you guys don't mind. So, we can keep a prisoner, which will give us either some honor or some goodwill, or we could not. 18 days is quite a long time. However, I think we just might be able to do it. Also, there is... Where is it? This one. An 8-year-old child named Isla is calling from nearby. She is begging to join you at New Hope. There's also some kind of threat following her, but she is unwilling to say what might follow. Well, looks like we might have a brand new viewer. Come on, we can defend you. By the way, I should have done this sooner. It is just such a better idea to have our mechanoids, Cypher's mechanoids rather, be on work, because they just patrol around. Literally, they just patrol around and defend people. And that's all they do. Isla! Welcome. Alright, we don't know what is chasing Isla yet, but we know that it's something. And once she's safe, I'll work on converting her to a viewer, and it should be relatively good. Okay, Sally, did you bring him over here? Yes, you did. Tanner! You're gonna be in good, caring hands. Oh my god, it's gonna be so cold over here. Oh my god. Why haven't I put a heater over there? He's gonna die! Well, about that in good hands thing. Oh, no. Hang on, wait a minute. We can make this work, because we're gonna need power over there anyway, so hear me out. Let's do... Okay, then we do normal wire. We go, Okay, then let's come over here. Let's build one of these bad boys. Oh, yes. That should do us wonderfully indeed. I'm almost wondering if we should put a vent right here, but meh. It could be a little bit toasty. Why not? Should have done that earlier. Also, one more thing that I was going to come over and take a look at. I just noticed that there is sandstone walls over here. There's also an opening. I want to see what's inside it. So, as soon as everyone gets their rest and everything, I'm going to send someone over there, and we're going to see what it is. We are also getting 2 more rooms ready to go. We might be able to fit a 3rd one here, although I'm not too sure. Something else I'm doing, and this won't be a permanent thing. Why are you guys killing each other? I'm gonna take that. Yoink. I'm also gonna take that spear. Yoink. I don't know why you guys are killing each other. But regardless, I think we can fit a 3rd room right here. If we can, perfect. If not, oh well. Up here is just going to be a massive room for them to hang out and be recreational. I am also going to put a double door, that way heat can't come in or out very well, and it should be a good time. Now, as for our farm, it is well expanded. I have one more area in the top right, and this is going to be for heal root. Wait. There we go, heal root. So, rooms in terms of order. Rice, because we have plenty. Heal root, because we need medicine. Cotton, because we need cloth. And fiber corn, because it is the only wood generation that we have. Also, I'm ashamed to say this, but one of the beavers was left alive, and I didn't notice. And, yeah. Our druid tree is gone. So that sucks. Definitely not good. But, you know, hey, stuff happens. Very costly mistake, but regardless, it is one that happened. I was also told that building walls, but not a roof, around our geothermal generators would be a really good way to keep them defended without actually having to block them completely. These people are leaving because of dangerous conditions. Well, don't worry, we live in these dangerous conditions. I'm also building some barricades and some doors. That way we can actually have some defense. I also need to expand our stockpile zone over here, so at some point I'm going to work on that. And we'll just see how that goes. Let's see. First, I do want one of these. That way we can hold up the roof a little bit, and then I'll just dig out a bit more so that we have some more room. But yeah, overall, plenty of good stuff. And that other thing that I was going to mention before I got quadruple sidetracked, Cypher is going to get 2 lifters, because we could really use the extra help lifting things to and fro. Honestly, if we're going to get 2 more people, I don't think we need more than 1, so we're just going to let that roll for now. We also don't know what's after Islide just yet, so that is a problem as well, but meh. We'll deal with it soon. Food stockpiles are still looking good. I like that. We still have a bunch of slate that we need to melt down, so that's good. And then something else I decided to do is I put a little bit of a weapons rack inside just in case we need to swap to anything. And yeah. And then Sally's going to come over here and take care of Tanner. So overall should be nice. How you doing, by the way, Tanner? How's your knees? Okay, well, a lot of this you're just going to have to deal with. But how's your health? You're stuck in bed for 38 days. Okay, well, at least we don't have to worry about you trying to escape. However, it does mean that we have to take care of you pretty much the entire time. Now, Sally is coming over here to see what is going on inside the sandstone. Ancient danger. As Sally draws near the ancient wall, a sense of foreboding overcomes her. She isn't sure why, but she feels that this dusty structure may contain great danger. Okay, you have warded me away. I will not be touching it. Well, that's problematic, isn't it? Also, we are very slowly cleaning up this toxic area. I have Melee focusing on it because he does have some rad resistance, which is perfect. We still have so much more steel that we need to mine out. We have a bunch over here, a bunch over here. Overall, it's pretty good. However, we are starting to run a little low on our steel deposits. I think those are going to be the last 2. And then at some point, we can also come get this plasteel. And there was one other thing. I believe it was over here somewhere. Apparently, I don't know where it is. It was something else. I feel like it was more plasteel. We'll find it at some point. But yeah, going good. Got a prisoner. Isla is going to be converted into a viewer here in a minute. And then, ideally, we get 1 more character. And if we do, we'll end the episode on a high note with 3 new viewer characters, barricades, walls, expansion, and overall a good time.
All hands on deck!
Isla, which is now Kale, has admitted what she was fleeing from. She was supposed to marry the child of Riesling Bacchus, leader of the Zekics. She became drunk before the ceremony and vomited on the altar, a flagrant insult towards Bacchus's whole family. So, imps have arrived nearby. Well, keeping in mind that these are two children trying to get married to each other, we'll just ignore that. Kale is now our newest member. And as we see, Kale is still 13. But, abductee, that made sense. Herbalist, that also made sense. And psychically dull. I also tried to go for a cat girl thing. You can only do so much with that. So, welcome aboard, Kale. Now that being said, what are we actually up against? Let's see. So, 2, and 3. Oh my, bro, the whole tribe is after us right now. Okay, so this is gonna suck, isn't it? Okay. So, yeah, this is a problem. However, real quick, I'm gonna show you what we're up to. I'm adding flooring to our home. I'm adding pathing, because, I don't know, it looks better. And I'm adding some proper tiles over in our hospital. That way, our stuff works a bit better. I am also making another wind turbine because we are still low on power, and I want something that can be working all around the clock. Plus, we already have 5 solar generators and 2 geothermal generators, so technically we should have enough, and yet it never is. So, only one of our ways is lightly defended, and that is on the right. The other 2 doors have some kind of way to be defended. Oh boy. So, let's start getting absolutely everyone. Kale's not much of a fighter, but Crimson is. Let's get all of you guys drafted. I want you all right over here. And then I do want lefty, midi, and righty to join the fray as well. Alright, as soon as everyone gets to where they're going, we will start setting up and trying to get ourselves ready to go. Master Melee, I want you covering the right side because you are the strongest melee character. Then, let me think, how do I want to set this up? We could have Crimson right here. Bethany can come right here. And then once we get Cypher over here, we will get everyone all set up. Okay, it seems like they are kind of trying to group together here. Now, Cypher, I want all 3 of your girls over here by you. I want them set up here, and Cypher, you yourself are going to set up over here. Okay, honestly, it seems like they're focused more on the left side than anything else, so I think I'm gonna bring Melee over. They're probably gonna start attacking here in a moment. We are getting cold, but ideally so are they. I mean, absolute best case scenario, they just died of cold, right? That's like absolute best case scenario, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think he died to cold. I don't think that counts. Alright, they're beginning their assault. Now, which side are they attacking from? Because that is going to dictate where I go. Okay, they're going to the only open door. Got it. Alright, boys. Let's start getting ourselves over here. Let's see. Crimson, Melee, Bethany. And then we'll get our 3 Robo Girls over as soon as we can. Okay, it looks like they're probably going to beat up Lifty, but right now we can't really afford to do anything about that. Okay, try and kill him. Good job, Crimson. Simply kill him. Okay, yeah, so they are 200% trying to kill Lifty. So, Lifty, you just go ahead and keep doing your thing. You're trying to run. No, Lifty! unfortunately, she is just going to have to soak some of that damage. I don't like it, but at the moment, it's what we got. Let's set up our 3 militars over here. Holy crap, he has so much medicine. 23. Lifty! Keep running. Actually, Lifty, if you just want to make a beeline, run! No, Lifty! No! Alright, you two, as soon as he's through that door, get him! You know what? Let's also huck to it. Okay, Bethany. Bethany, you're fine at the moment. Honestly, I want you to stay right here just in case any walk through. Oh! Crimson gets another kill. You'll love to see it. Crimson, go ahead and back up. You back up as well. Okay, they're coming in. Bethany, you come for him. Okay, Master Melee, I want you to come out here and start attacking him. Okay. Let me think. Is there any more left? There is, but he's running. You know what? I'm going to consider that good. Lifty! Lifty, no! It's so sad. But, you know what we can do? Resurrect like mechanoid. Sally, you go ahead and bring Lifty back. Okay, all 3 of you, you're good to go. Let's go ahead and undraft. You 3 undraft, you're good to go. Cypher! You feel like capturing someone? Woo! God dang, what is the range of that bow? Now, if we can convert this person onto our side, that means that we have one more viewer character to work with. Debatably not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but he does have 2 doors to go through. Unwavering prisoner. Will refuse to be recruited entirely. Well, that sucks. Well, Cypher, do what you gotta do. Let's, actually, you know what? Walk him out here, and then I'll have someone else drag him away. Medical emergency on who? On Morgue. Meh. Let's see. So, how... Yeah, drop Morgue. Alright. Cypher, go get healed up. Master Melee, you will go deal with him in a moment. Brutal? Sure. But, you know what? That's what you get. Dang it. Well, I would have tried to convert him. Unfortunately, it seems like that's not even an option. And he's dead. Well, what a shame. What a rotten way to die. We do need to clean up all these bodies because, good lord, they also have quite a bit of silver. These are all allowed. I'll take these bows because we can. Did anyone die out here? Apparently these guys did. They're also part of the clan, and yet they weren't here for the raid, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay. Nice. Hey, all in all, that actually went really well. Once we have a door set up on the right side, I doubt they're going to beeline it like that, but, you know, one of those things. By the way, Kale is one of our new doctors. Kale has quite the skill at it. Currently, it's only 5, but very, very high liking of it, so should work out pretty nice. I want Sally, I want you to make this wind turbine. That way we can get it up and going. I don't know where you're going at the moment. Oh, to get the steel, right. Yeah, because we, despite it all, we need more power generation. And then our base is looking a little bit more homey because we actually have a floor. So we're not just walking on the ground. A raid already? A group of Moyos. Father of Sissy. Huh. Interesting. Whoa, I really like that headpiece you have. I really like that headpiece you have. Is that the only one? No, there's two. There is two. Oh, you guys got some legit guns. You guys are so scary looking. Okay, Bethany, Master Melee. It's go time. Get to your positions as soon as possible. Melee. Okay, Melee. Try not to kill. So greedy. Get him, Melee. Get him. Don't kill. Okay, well that's killing. That's not quite what I had in mind. Whoa. Blue med. Oh. Also, an excellent SMG. Don't mind if I do. Now, was that Sissy's dad or no? That's this one, Shun. All right, you're both in position. Get ready because here he comes. Maybe Moyos don't work that way. I don't know. Okay. Moyos have decided to steal what they can and leave. Okay. Alright. I want both of you to run away. Run! Run! Oh! Crimson, why don't you take cover too? Come on, bleed. Bleed! Are you cleaning that knife? Okay, you're good. You're good. Melee, run after Shun, because we want to capture her. God dang, Bethany, you are so fast! What the... Okay, on second thought, Bethany, you run after her. Oh, I guess it's because Melee's injured, eh? Get her! Get her! Okay, now just walk beside her. Don't do anything else, just walk beside her. Just in case. How's your health? Come on, you gotta be feeling pretty I was gonna say pretty dead. Pretty bad, huh? Eh, you feeling pretty bad? Maybe you wanna surrender? We can clean you up? Yeah? Maybe you wanna surrender, we'll clean you up. Listen, I got all day. You don't. Give her one more. Okay, now walk away. Dude, why is Bethany so fast? Holy. I guess that's what happens when you have a snake tail. No! I tried so hard. Ah, whatever. It wasn't meant to be. Alright, Bethany, thank you. Go ahead and do what you're gonna do. Well, the attempt was there. Can't say I didn't try. Also, that probably means that Sissy is, yeah, Sissy's a little bit upset. Missing open ID. Huh? I don't know what that means. What is this? Requires that you have... It's a variant of ideogram. In order to dignify these rooms... Oh. Ooh. So all of our believers are going to be unhappy until we build this thing. Okie dokie. Well, hang on. I didn't realize that we had such good conditions. Oh, it's this thing. Can I... Does it have to be steel? I can't... Oh, there we go. What if we made it out of jade? Is that stupid? Do we have enough jade? We actually do. Oh, no, that's what the lectern... I mean, okay. I guess we'll build something for it. I don't know where we're actually going to put it. but we'll figure out something. So if we just make like one big area for like, yay, hooray, we're we're waifus, hooray. Will that just be good enough? I guess so. So everyone's gonna be upset until that happens, huh? Recreation starts. Why, Sally? You can just do whatever you want. Just go do recreation. Look, there's a real cool horseshoe, and there's a cool, you know, thing to play chess. Huh. Alright. Well, we'll figure it out. We do still need a couple more things for people, but we'll... These things called chimeras are attacking. Well, we can't really let that slide, now can we? Ooh, Crimson is in a little bit of trouble right now. Okay, she is handling it pretty good, but melee is on the way. Okay, I don't think anyone else is really nearby Crimson, though. Ooh, she's not doing too hot, actually. I want to just have her run, but honestly, I don't know if that's really going to work. Wait. There's Bethany. I was going to say, did Bethany die? She's on edge, though. Are these things life-stealing? I mean, Crimson's a good fighter, but this seems pretty, pretty one-sided. I'm gonna start trying to have her run away. A little too slow. How close is melee? He is getting there. Sally is coming over as well, although she has quite the adventure to actually get over there. Run! Gene processing! Ooh, I don't know if Crimson's even gonna make it. It's gonna be close. Okay, so these things are like no joke, because they wipe through Crimson, who's like one of our better fighters. Let's try not to hit Lifty. Okay, that one's dead. If this thing ever dies. It's like killing melee too, which is actually crazy because he is our best fighter. Cypher, come rescue Lifty. Is it actually gonna kill melee too? Wow! That is, that's pretty insane. So, then again, it was a 2v1 twice in a row. But, like, wow! Okay, you tend to Crimson. Okie dokie. As soon as he's done tending. Or not. God dang! Okay, so these things just deal ridiculous, like... Huh. If I got a warning for them, I was not paying attention, because... Good lord. Okay, so note to self. Write it down in the journal. Chimeras are no joke. They're like all hands on deck kind of deal. Well, they already don't like me. It is the cartel. But right now they are kind of one of our only allies. So this is a very expensive undertaking. But One of the Sea Dragon group people want us to build a massive statue. And they want us to keep it constructed for 15 days. However, we have the ability to either get some goodwill, which is currently 0, some contribution, which is currently 0, or a Psi-Link Neuroformer. I mean, honestly, we could use some allies. Gotta be honest. Being attacked by literally everyone under the sun is kind of not great. So I think we'll take it for some goodwill, and that'll pay it back later. Now, as for what we're doing, I don't even know where this pot arrived. Ah, here it is. Okay, it's not that big. Let's see. Honestly, we can keep this thing so safe. Let's go ahead and just build it right over here. After all, our tree is gone, so we don't really have to worry about that for the moment. So, let's get this enormous assembly up and going, shall we? So, as far as how we're doing, progress report. Wait. Aha! I have assigned people to wear certain things. It's easier said than done. We kind of don't have enough clothes to go around. But we will. Soon, probably. So, Sally is set as a worker, Crimson is set as a soldier, Sissy and Wrath are set as workers, Cypher is set as a soldier, Master Melee is set as a nudist, for that nudist speed and buff, Bethany is set as a soldier, and Kale is set as a worker. Now, I do, again, want to get some more characters in here. Unfortunately, we're just not getting very lucky with the amount of people that actually survive our attempts. So what I'm kind of thinking of doing is, under research, I almost wonder if we should start doing this ye old-fashioned way and start test tube babying some new people. Now, needless to say, I don't think I have to explain this, but I'm going to anyway. It's gonna be so expensive on the power front, and we're already kind of up and down on that. But here's what we have as far as research, because I know I haven't sent it for quite some time. Tree sowing, Devil Strand, Cocoa. I'll just, you know what, I'll just very slowly do some of this. Basically, we have a majority of the good stuff, but we don't have everything. And it's kind of turning into an issue of, like, I don't really know what we need to get. But, like, for example, growth vats. We could probably get that going. That way we get some kids and some childrens and grow them into some new characters. Biosculpting. I don't think that we like biosculpting. I don't remember. Bioregeneration could also be really good. We are working on the multi-analyzer. Thank you. We are working on the multi-analyzer, so we could probably just work on biosculpting and then just go from there. Let me see. So factions, let's look at our own. How do I do that? Ah, here it is. Okay, so let's see. Installing natural organs. Does that mean that we can't make them? That's something to think about. I didn't know that that was going to be as big of a problem as it was. By the way, dead bodies being, like, totally awful or wherever it is. Let me see. Corpses ugly? God dang, that is such a problem. Sometimes. Most of the time it doesn't really matter, but sometimes, oh my god. Okay, so I'm thinking we might want to genetically make stuff. That way we could potentially make some babies. Now, it says organs. It doesn't really say anything about babies. So, maybe that's what we'll do? But, to show you where we're at with the greenhouse, it's pretty warm, all things considered. I tried to make a triple thick airlock just to keep the immense hard snow from completely freezing us. It seems like it's kind of working. You know, it's doing its best. These big airlocks are honestly the biggest thing keeping heat in and out. But over on this whole left side, this is all rice because we are starting to run really low on our stockpile. All this on the right side is cotton because we need clothing. We have plenty of medicine at the moment. Like, we have more than enough to work with. So I'm not too afraid of stopping our medicine production for now. But we need a lot more food because we are actually starting to run low. Like, yeah, oh, we have over 100 rice. That goes fast. And then over here, we've only got so many simple meals left to go. So, yeah, kind of turning into a problem. Luckily, we are going to be cooking some more food, and that's going to help us out. Debatably, what I might need to do, and, you know, I didn't think it was going to come to this, we might have to expand our farm. Genuinely, we might have to expand our farm. I don't think we're actually making enough rice to be able to keep so many people fed, especially when we have more that will eventually be on the way. I would like to make this room bigger, but I think if this is just like our specialty room for like medicine or stuff, that's totally fine. Down here, this all being cotton all the time, I think that's totally fine as well. I think we need to expand our greenhouse. I don't think it's big enough, so I'm probably going to work on that. But here's another issue that is kind of coming up on us. Despite it all, despite how careful I've been, we're starting to run low on steel. This is pretty much the last of what we have, as well as this. And then we do have a teeny tiny stockpile back at home. Of like 50. Ooh, yeah. And then as far as components go, we are almost completely out of components. This is why we need friends, and that's why I'm going for the goodwill for this building. But, all things considered, our little abode is looking really, really nice. We are installing a wooden floor. Eventually that'll get made. It should be somewhat comfortable. We're no longer walking on the ground. Very, very nice. Over here, we are making an ideology room where they could just come over for prayer. I'm making it all carpet just because I think pink carpet really fits. But also, everyone is unhappy because of the whole, apparently it's disrespected, we don't have a room, ba-da-da-da-da. So, we're working on it, and we are very slowly putting it together. Once this is completely built, we're not going to have, like, a permanent -4 on everyone, which is going to be nice. I also made a jade lectern. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. It seemed like a good idea, because what else are we going to use jade on for a long time? So, I don't know. Worst case, we'll deconstruct it. Plus, it's apparently a somewhat impressive room. Quite spacious, not very dirty, somewhat rich. So ideally, when they come in here to do ceremonies and stuff, they should be really, really happy, and that should be good to go. We do also have 2 more wind turbines, so altogether we have 3 wind turbines, which are providing us power sometimes all around the clock. We have a ton of solar generators, which are doing their best, and we have 2 protected geothermal vents. All things considered, I'd say we're doing pretty good, but we are starting to lose most of the resources that this area has, which is not quite as good. Also, another thing, real quick, is there any way to, like, realistically keep this outside area from being completely frozen solid all the time? Because I'm genuinely starting to think that we might just want to build walkways in between our buildings. Because this landscape has just been, like, frozen solid since we've gotten here, with the exception of a very, very short summer. Guys, you're supposed to install this. Like, preferably right now. Bentley, you're awake. Go install this. Yeah, go install that. And once we complete it, look at that, she's using the path. Not that you can barely see it, but still. I was really proud of this path too until it got snowed on. But yeah, maybe we should consider doing that where we just make little hallways between our buildings, because when they're walking around outside, everyone is just freezing to death. Needless to say, that's not good. So maybe that's something that we should invest in doing. I don't know. And then just have like some open space over here, maybe. Because honestly, if we just, like, here, for example, where's that, the plan thing? So, for example, let's say we did, and then we went, and then we built all the way down here, and we went, okay, and then we went like that, and then we went, whoa, wow, look at that, whoa, and then we maybe do some of that, and then, I don't know, we would figure out the rest of it, but like, it's something like that, right? Where it's just like one big hallway, maybe we have an AC unit, maybe I install a vent somewhere in there. Honestly, maybe just one heater would do good enough keeping the whole thing nice and toasty. I almost feel like we need to do that because, dude, the cold has been seriously eating away at us. Like, it's actually kind of crazy. Just how cold this area is. So I think we'll do that. Honestly, I might even make some of these rooms like double wide just to say that we did. That might be for the best. And just connecting these three buildings right here, our greenhouse, our living area, and the medical/research area, I think that's kind of the play, honestly. I think after we build the monument, we're going to do that. But for the moment, I feel that we've made a substantial amount of progress in this episode. We've killed things, we've discovered things that will kill us without batting an eye, and we've gotten our base, for the most part, pretty beautiful and set up. Hey, I'm pretty happy. Like, yeah, you know, you could argue that I am save scumming every now and again. But, in my defense, I'm still learning. And it makes me feel better that I'm able to just, like, save and reload when I need to. Now, I haven't been abusing it, but, you know, I've been using it more than someone who's really good at the game would have been. But yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And if you have any character suggestions or you just want to give me tips, feel free to leave both down in the comments below and I will add you as soon as I can. We do have 2 characters currently waiting to be added, but we need either test tube babies or people that we can actually talk into joining us. Whichever one comes first, honestly. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.